Joining me now is Stacy Schneider. She's a criminal defense and investigations attorney.
There's been some speculation raised by sources who have gone to media that allegedly she and Epstein had dirt on some very important people connected with foreign governments, and that the two of them, and again, this is, sort of how the investigation's breaking down, may have traded that information, and then they're subject to the whims of the people they traded with or the countries that are connected with those people. And again, that's an allegation.
Wow.
And she hasn't been charged yet.
Well, what do you make of that ruling?
I think the judge should have given the prosecution more leeway to get into the background of the witness. Although it's an eyewitness, a factual witness, what people do for a living, where they come from, what their beliefs are, it's all important to what people are delivering in the courtroom as far as their testimony goes. And if there was any possibility whatsoever that this particular eyewitness had a bias and chose to come into court and interpret what he saw on a bias, I think that any side exploring a witness should have the opportunity to do that. I think the judge went too far in limiting it.
The defense attorneys have to be very careful not to alienate the jury by being too rough on the alleged victims. And as soon as the jury leaves the room and the judge says goodbye to them, they are immediately hauled off to a jail cell. And that's exactly what happened here.
Why isn't he using a ramp?
That ramp that you're referring to is literally 5 or 6 feet away from where he's stumbling up the steps. And it is 100% my belief that he chooses to stumble up those steps. I think this is part of his show. And I have a little suspicion, I think that Walker is a prop. If a juror actually gets selected for the Harvey Weinstein trial to serve, and in the middle of the trial, a judge discovers that they're using social media, it's a small possibility that they could get a brief prison sentence.